So I'll bring you back when we get to that fork. I'm pretty ill prepared. I barely made it up with the car I brought and the clothes and gear I brought with me. Doable, but if I were to try this with the same gear 4 or 5 weeks ago, probably wouldn't be doable at all. My feet are soaked and I got snow packed in all around my boots, so. The idea is to find some property near my house that is public land that I can go to and mess around. So what I did find is I found Inland Empire Paper Company property, which I need a permit to go to. And Inland Paper property is pretty much scattered all over the place around here. And in between that, you've got private owners and then some Stimson property and Washington State Department of Natural Resource property. But this right here, this road that comes up to it, splits off into 3 different roads. Ooh, and I'm not sure where that one looks like it dead ends. Well, I drove up here yesterday before I looked at the map, and I got to this split in the road, and I didn't know where to go. So I came back home and I checked this map, and I found out that that middle road will take me to state park property. But if you click around here, there's private property all around this road. And so, you know, you're driving into this area kind of in the middle of nowhere, very rural area, and there's all these private property signs and private driveways, and you know, you kind of like feel uneasy about driving in here. So knowing that this is Washington State Department Parks and Rec, I'm going to take this drive again, and I'm going to come up through here, and I'm going to take Daymount Spokane Road and take a right and come straight in here. It takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to drive there. Not very far, not very long. And we're gonna go check it out. I think I'm gonna load up the dogs and we're gonna drive up here and see what it looks like. Alrighty guys, we're on the road. I'm just in my little beater car, my Nissan Sentra 2004. I don't think these roads are going to be too terrible. I don't think I need to bring my truck, hopefully. There is some big potholes out here on these dirt roads, but I think we'll be fine. There's Eloise, and there's the hi puppy. She's very needy. Let's go. I walk my dogs on this road pretty religiously. We're just right by my house right now. So the only thing that's kind of sketchy out here is just all the private property. It just makes you feel uneasy when you're driving on these random dirt roads out here in the middle of nowhere, and you're worried that you're on like a private drive or something, you know. I don't know. It just feels weird, but we're gonna see how it goes. I'll bring you back here in a minute or two. not sure how much elevation we climb. The Onyx map will help me greatly. Just not sure which version to get. So that's Emery Road. Not sure what's quite over there. Hike, maybe about an hour. If we can get in there. This will be moment of truth, so I'll bring it back when we get to that fork. Pretty. Road is getting pretty mucky. Oh. If I get stuck out here, I'm gonna be pissed. That's what I mean, it's kind of unsettling. You're driving in between all these people's houses, all these no trespassing signs, kind of out way off the beaten path in the middle of nowhere. Well, that looks mucky. Am I gonna have to go back and get my truck? Alright, so the gate's just right up there. Going against my better judgment. Oh yeah, it's digging in real good. I really don't want to turn around. It's not that far, but I'm gonna try ramming this stuff. There we go, we made it. We made it. Against my better judgment, looks like we can just park right here. Here we are. That was cool. Right there, Discover Pass. Throw that on the window. Gonna load up my pack and get the dogs and let's go. Well, here's the gate. I really wouldn't suspect someone would come here on a day like this, but here we are. Kind of a cool place. If it turns out to be a pretty unpopulated trail, I'll probably come back here quite often. It's super close to my house. Definitely do more exploring back here. Try to find access to the inland paper properties and stuff. I'm gonna get a permit. But let's keep moving. Well, we must have gone up enough elevation. I've been walking for like 2 minutes and there's snow. I will admit I came ill prepared in the wrong shoes and the wrong vehicle. But here we are. I mean, I got some leather boots, but pretty basic.
So yeah, mission successful, I will say. Just you know, look around on a map, do some driving, and find somewhere. So I did bring a gimbal and a tripod, but I don't know. I should have brought some gloves. So far there's been one trail split off of this main road, and it had a number. Can't remember what the trail number was, but I just decided to stay on the main road. But no human tracks on the snow except for mine. So I don't know, we're probably gonna hike in about an hour, probably turn around. I'll probably come back here in a week, and maybe on a nicer day. We got cedar trees, nice little cedar forest. Forward we trek. I forgot to start my GPS watch at the beginning, so that kind of sucks. But we'll be able to get the whole trail on because we're going to go backwards. Really a perfect day for a hike. It's barely misting out, just hardly. A little sprinkle. Some fog. Some snow on the ground. Not sure what the air temperature is, but I think it's fairly cold, fairly cool. Probably like 40 degrees right now, maybe less. It might be 37. Just an estimate. Fahrenheit, that is. Got a tree down in the middle of the trail, the road. I can see right where it broke from too. You see that? That tree is just hanging on, just barely. Look at that thing. It's still in the ground. It's got some mad lean. Something over here. Well, the snow's gotten significantly deeper. Get it, puppy. Get it, Thea. Get it. Get it, Thea. Get it. Good girl. All right, just checking in. We've just been climbing up this whole time, consistently up. Not much to report on. In certain areas, the snow's way deeper. I hit a patch where I was post-holing quite a bit, almost turned around, but looks like we're past that. We've been Going up now for about 41 minutes. Not sure how far I'll go. I at least wanted to go one way an hour, come back, make it a 2-hour dog walk. And this was kind of a wing it kind of deal, and it paid off. I'm glad I made it out here. Oh, post holing. My boots, my pants, my socks are going to be real wet after this. That's fact. It's pretty cool. So this snow I'm walking on is probably at least a foot thick, at least 12 inches. Because when I post hole, I go all the way down to my, halfway up my shin, almost up to my knee. So it's probably a foot or two. But for the most part, I'm staying on top. It's packed enough. That only happens every once in a while. Still trekking. All right, so I'm starting to post hole more and more. In this about an hour now, and that was about my goal, was to hike it an hour, then turn around. And I was thinking I'd push on farther, but I'm starting to post hole quite a bit. We're in some pretty deep snow. And we're post holing. But this is all the result of using resources on the internet, maps, and just finding resources, picking a random place, and then coming out here and finding something pretty awesome like this. And it just happened to be 15 minutes from my house. Had no idea that this piece of property was here. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Just looking around on using free resources available on the internet, looking for public lands to explore. Found this by my house. I'm pretty ill prepared. I barely made it up with the car I brought and the clothes and gear I brought with me. Doable, but if I were to try this with the same gear 4 or 5 weeks ago, probably wouldn't be doable at all. Just barely made it with the car, and my feet are soaked and I got snow packed in all around my boots. So that being said, I think we're gonna go ahead and turn around. We're at an hour now, be an hour back. That'll get me back home about 1:30 ish, 1:15 ish, and that'll be a 2-hour dog walk I planned for. This was just a scout mission. Whoa! Hold on. Hold on. Girls. You guys won't play in the snow, don't you? Just a random scout mission. We'll call it a successful mission. Dogs are going crazy. Hold on. When I left my house, looked nothing like this. Just a short drive and a little hike uphill. And you know, we got a couple feet of snow. Pretty cool. We're gonna start the trek back down. I started my watch late, but it'll give me the elevation on the descent, so we can figure out how much we climbed here on this hike. Probably not a ton, but maybe like 1,000 feet. It's a guesstimate. All right. Oh, post holing hard. Oh. Yeah, come on. Holy crap. My feet, my ankles, my socks, and my pants wet. And we're starting the descent. I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't think I was going to be walking in 2 feet of snow over here. But I didn't do a lot of research either. I just started searching for all this public property around my house and set a location, went for a drive, and here we are. So we're roughly at the line where the snow is really thinning out. So yeah, pretty much happy with how this little trek turned out. I'm definitely going to be checking out more of this property that's public land that's kind of checkerboarded throughout this whole area that I live in. I think that'll pretty much wrap up today's little adventure. So thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one. That thing is huge. I want to go down there. And always leave somewhere in better shape than you left it. We're taking this with us, and we're going to throw it in the garbage. Twisted tea. It's a shame, but that's just how it is out here. People like to litter in the most beautiful places, you know? No, we didn't go down there, but that thing was pretty gnarly, wasn't it? Pretty gnarly. Alrighty, this is Jake with Timberfall Craft, and we'll see you on the next one.